This isn't just a restoration. It's an engineering autopsy on a vehicle pronounced dead. What you're about to witness is a masterclass in structural revival, where corrosion, decay, and mechanical failure meet their match in the hands of a single, determined engineer. The project begins not with a wrench, but with a broom. This isn't cleaning. It's a forensic evaluation. Every layer of grime and debris is stripped away to reveal the true, brutal extent of the material degradation. The initial survey is complete. The diagnosis: catastrophic failure across multiple systems. The old perished rubber is discarded. A vehicle that cannot roll is merely a static structure. A man assists, bringing in a new set of tires. Logistics are as crucial as the engineering itself. This simple act of transporting wheels is the first step in restoring the truck's dynamic potential. Now the tools of the trade appear. This isn't guesswork. It's applied physics. She employs a pneumatic impact wrench, a tool that delivers high torque with minimal exertion. This demonstrates a core engineering principle: efficiency through mechanical advantage. The new wheel is mounted. Notice the precision in aligning the studs. A minor misalignment could cause dangerous vibrations. A final manual check. Technology is trusted, but a tactile inspection provides the ultimate confirmation of safety. The task is complete. With mobility restored, the project can move to its next, more complex phase. With the truck now mobile, she turns her attention to the vehicle's central nervous system, the electrical grid. She retrieves her diagnostic tools. The expression of concern indicates she may have found a significant fault. The fuse box. This is the primary protection hub for all electrical components. A failure here can disable the entire vehicle. She delves deeper under the dashboard, a notoriously difficult area to access. Now she's working on the undercarriage. This could be anything from a fuel pump connection to a speed sensor. Here, she's likely tracing power lines or sensor connections critical for ignition or fuel delivery. Each connection is cleaned and tested before being reseated, ensuring a solid and reliable circuit. The focus returns to the engine. Years of accumulated grime can hide a multitude of sins, from cracked wires to corroded terminals. She continues to trace the electrical pathways, a testament to the intricate and often frustrating nature of automotive electrical engineering. A longer shot here emphasizing the duration and difficulty of the task. She's deep into the engine's complex anatomy. Her focus never wavers. Every wire, every connector is a potential point of failure that must be ruled out. A final check. The look of satisfaction suggests the core electrical and mechanical issues have been resolved. First, a fluid check. Here she tops up a reservoir, likely coolant or brake fluid, essential for safe operation. The interior is stripped further. Any component not essential to the final design is removed. The state of the glass gives a clear indication of the harsh environment this vehicle has endured. Every item is carefully stowed. Proper weight distribution is critical for maintaining vehicle stability. The journey begins. This is the first field test of her repairs, a moment of truth for the entire project so far. The truck navigates a paved road, indicating the repairs are holding up under normal operating conditions. She changes into different attire, signaling a shift from mechanical work to the demanding physical labor of body restoration. A preliminary interior cleaning. This removes loose contaminants before the more aggressive surface treatment. This process is far more effective than manual scrubbing, using the kinetic energy of water to do the work. Every inch of the bodywork is systematically blasted, preparing the surface for what comes next. The visible transformation is immediate. The first layer of its past is literally being washed away. This is not just about aesthetics. A clean substrate is essential for the proper adhesion of new coatings. Even the glass is pressure washed, a testament to the thoroughness of her preparation. The work continues near a small workshop, the base of operations for this ambitious transformation. Wheel wells are a critical area, constantly bombarded by road debris and water. Cleaning them is vital for long-term rust prevention. She's blasting the interior floor, likely to remove surface rust and prepare it for a new, durable coating. Next, a chemical cleaning phase. A foaming agent is applied to the entire vehicle. The entire vehicle is enveloped in foam, ensuring complete coverage. The foam is now rinsed off, taking the dissolved grime with it, leaving a chemically clean surface. The result is a surface that is pristine and ready for the next, most critical phase, battling the corrosion. A final inspection confirms that the washing phase is complete. The true battle is about to begin. She focuses on the undercarriage, an area often neglected but critical to the vehicle's structural integrity. Every component is detailed. This level of meticulousness is the hallmark of a professional. She inspects her work. The canvas is clean. Now it's time to rebuild it. The project moves from cleaning to structural repair. She's now underneath the vehicle, likely addressing frame corrosion. The focus shifts to the interior floor pan. The enemy here is iron oxide or rust. It must be completely removed. This is brutal, physically demanding work, but it is non-negotiable. Painting over rust is a guaranteed failure. With the interior stripped to bare metal and cleaned, it's time to apply a new protective layer. She's using a professional spray gun to apply what is likely a rust-inhibiting primer or a durable bed liner coating. This new layer will seal the metal from moisture and oxygen, the two key ingredients for corrosion. The coating application continues, reaching every corner and seam of the interior. Now, a significant escalation in complexity: engine disassembly. This requires a high degree of mechanical skill. The engine block is partially stripped, revealing its internal components. This is no longer simple maintenance. This process not only improves appearance, but allows for a thorough inspection of each part for wear or damage. The clean components are then painted, typically with a high-temperature engine enamel for protection and aesthetics. The workshop is organized, a sign of a disciplined and methodical workflow. The final engine components are detailed, leaving nothing overlooked. This is the definition of a comprehensive overhaul. she meticulously cleans the old gasket material. An imperfect seal here would lead to a significant oil leak. The components are laid out in order. This systematic approach prevents errors during the complex reassembly process. A bead of sealant, likely RTV silicone, is applied. This will create a flexible, oil-tight seal. The refurbished valve cover is carefully lowered back onto the engine block. Hoses and electrical connectors are reattached. The engine's life support systems are being brought back online. Her focus communicates the high stakes of this procedure. A single mistake here could be catastrophic for the engine. With the engine overhaul complete, a new phase begins, restoring the vehicle's exterior skin. She uses a power polisher not for waxing, but likely for cutting through layers of oxidized paint. She works in small, controlled sections to ensure a uniform and flawless result. This is a slow, methodical process that requires a great deal of skill to avoid burning through the paint. The difference between the polished and unpolished sections is already becoming apparent. The goal is to create a perfectly smooth surface that will reflect light without distortion. The final panels are polished, bringing a deep gloss back to the once dull paintwork. She inspects her work, feeling the surface for any remaining imperfections. A true craftsman's touch. The result is a mirror-like finish, a stunning transformation achieved through patience and expert technique. This is the most aggressive method of paint removal, reserved for areas with deep rust or damage. The entire damaged section is taken down to clean, bright metal, ensuring the new repairs will have a perfect foundation. This composite material will be used to fill the dents and recreate the original contour of the body panel. After the filler cures, it's sanded smooth. This is an art form, requiring a delicate touch to achieve a seamless blend. The repaired area is now structurally sound and aesthetically perfect, ready for the next step. Newspaper and masking tape are used to create sharp, clean lines and prevent overspray. Every window, handle, and piece of trim must be meticulously covered. This is a time-consuming but absolutely essential process for a professional quality paint job. The vehicle is slowly transformed into a paper-covered sculpture. A brief, beautiful shot of a flower. Perhaps a moment of contemplation before the final, dramatic transformation. Her attention to detail is impressive. Even the smallest gaps are sealed. The entire front of the vehicle is now protected, leaving only the target surfaces exposed. Ready for paint, the long hours of prep work will now pay off. The vehicle is poised for its rebirth. The masking process is meticulous. Every square inch that won't be painted must be protected from overspray. The vehicle is almost completely shrouded in paper, a necessary cocoon before its transformation. She uses different grits of sandpaper, starting coarse and moving to fine, to feather the edges of the repair. This is painstaking, repetitive work, but skipping it would result in the new paint peeling off over time. The prep work is finally complete. The body is now a perfectly prepared canvas. The rear bumper is painted a contrasting gloss black, a classic design choice that adds definition. She applies the paint in thin, even coats, allowing for proper drying time in between to prevent runs or drips. Her steady hand and consistent speed are key to a uniform, professional finish. The truck is being reborn in a new color. The transformation is dramatic. The old battered utility vehicle is taking on a completely new personality. The final coats of pink are applied, covering the last traces of the truck's former identity. Even the rear doors receive the same meticulous attention to detail. The black accent on the rear bumper is finalized, creating a sharp, clean contrast. The front end receives its final coat, completing the stunning color change. Smaller trim pieces are painted separately to ensure complete coverage and a factory-quality finish. Here, separate accent pieces are being prepared, painted a brilliant red. This suggests a three-tone color scheme is planned. The final color is revealed, a clean, brilliant white. The pink was a high-build primer, sanded smooth for a perfect top coat. Components that were removed for painting are now being carefully reinstalled. The interior is also being reassembled, with panels and controls being fitted back into the dashboard. The red accent panels, painted earlier, are brought to the vehicle. Their purpose will soon be revealed. The red panels are being installed on the body. This is a custom fabrication, giving the truck a unique, striking appearance. A measuring tape is used to ensure the custom panels are perfectly aligned and symmetrical. A hammer is used to gently tap the brake drum, loosening it from the hub where it's likely seized due to rust. The drum is successfully removed, exposing the brake shoes and wheel cylinder. The entire assembly is pressure washed to remove brake dust and grime, allowing for a thorough inspection. The wheel is reinstalled, suggesting the brake inspection and servicing is complete on this side. The hub and axle are cleaned, another example of her incredible attention to detail. A final check of all components. On a system as critical as brakes, verification is paramount. She stands back to admire the progress. The truck is now a unique, custom-built machine. The focus returns to the braking system. Here, she's grinding the surface of a brake disc or rotor. This process removes glazing and surface rust, creating a perfect friction surface for the new brake pads. She's now working on the brake caliper, torquing the mounting bolts to the manufacturer's specification. She selects the correct socket from her comprehensive toolkit, prepared for any task. The caliper and rotor are pressure washed, ensuring all abrasive dust and debris is removed before reassembly. The bolts are tightened in a star pattern to ensure the hub is seated evenly against the axle flange. She works under the vehicle with a hydraulic jack, lightly positioning the axle for further suspension work. Deep within the undercarriage, she adjusts a component, possibly related to the parking brake or suspension linkage. The disassembly of the brake and hub assembly continues, indicating a full overhaul. The reassembly process begins, with each cleaned and inspected part being refitted. The final torquing of the bolts signifies the completion of the brake job on this wheel. A final thorough inspection. She verifies that every bolt is tight and every component is correctly installed. The vehicle is carefully lowered off the jack, transferring the weight back onto the newly serviced suspension and brakes. A final tightening with a manual torque wrench is often performed to ensure the highest level of accuracy. The brake caliper is treated with a cleaning agent, dissolving stubborn brake dust and road grime. A small cat supervises the work. The caliper slide pins are removed. If he sees, it can cause uneven pad wear and poor braking performance. With the brake job complete, the wheel is mounted and the lug nuts are secured with the impact wrench. The finished assembly looks professional and clean. The performance will be as good as new. She begins loading equipment into the back. The project is moving into its final and most meaningful phase. A final cleanup of the work area. Professionalism extends to the end of the job. She checks her phone, likely coordinating the final steps or documenting the process. The interior surfaces, previously coated, are given a final wipe down before the new components are installed. The old radio head unit is removed, making way for a modern communications or navigation system. Every surface is disinfected, from the steering wheel to the door panels. The interior cleaning is complete. She exits, ready to begin the final outfitting. The truck is now a pristine, blank canvas inside and out, waiting for its identity. The final phase begins: systems integration. She's installing new electronics into the dashboard. Each connection is made with precision. A single misplaced wire could damage the sensitive new components. She adjusts the driver's seat, ensuring proper ergonomics for what could be long hours behind the wheel. Wiring for interior lighting and other systems is carefully secured, protecting it from damage. Her toolkit is organized and ready. This is the final push where all the previous work comes together. A delivery is made. These are likely the custom-built components for the interior. A custom-built bench seat is installed, secured directly to the vehicle's structural members. A storage cabinet is added. The purpose of this vehicle is becoming clearer. Now, the exterior. An emergency warning light is being prepared for installation. This is a critical piece of safety equipment, ensuring the vehicle will be visible on the road. The installation is complete. The truck now has the visual signature of an emergency vehicle. The restoration is finished, but the true story is in the vehicle's new identity, a symbol of help and hope. Collaboration is key in complex projects. A colleague assists with the final wiring. The truck is moved into position for its final branding. One last wash, ensuring the surface is perfectly clean for the application of vinyl graphics. The front end is prepped, ready to receive its new identity. Free patient transport vehicle. This entire incredible engineering effort was an act of charity. A final polish. A gesture of respect for the machine and the mission it is about to undertake. The ambulance pulls onto the road, the culmination of countless hours of skillful, dedicated, and selfless work. A very special thank you to the owner of the YouTube channel Girl Mechanical for creating this wonderful video and allowing me to comment. If you enjoyed this narrative, please visit and support their channel at the link in the description below.